Hey there all craft beer lovers. It's time for another beer review and we got a special beer tonight on the table for your enjoyment and for mine. We are going to Firestone Walker Brewing Company out of California in the United States, and we're taking a look tonight at their Velvet Merkin 2017 vintage edition, described as an oatmeal stout, which is bourbon barrel aged, coming in at 8.5% ABV. There you go, in a 355ml bottle or 12 fluid ounces bottle. There you go, nice traditional label. There's the bottle cap. There you go. And here's the package, the box that it came in. Very, very nice. A bit of history back there. Not gonna read it out to you. You can, there you go. You can pause the video for yourself and read it if you would, if you are so inclined. Let's go on then and open this baby up. 3-year-old stout. Let's see what we get then. There we go. Nice bit of smoke there. Gonna move that box. And this beer is going out. Oh yeah. Oh, I can get those bourbon notes right away. There we go. Right. And the last few drops are out. There we go. In view, guys, what do we have? 2 fingers worth of a tan colored, smooth looking head there. Some small bubbles bursting on top. It looks like a very, very dark beer in the glass. Looks very, very nice. Look at that. Oh yeah, let's get the aroma then. Oh yeah. First impression, for me, I get the sweet bourbon. Yeah, definitely sweet bourbon, cacao. Yeah, cocoa beans, dark roasted malts. Yeah, it's not a super strong smell actually, not a super strong smell, but it's very pleasant. Very, very bourbon driven. Bourbon forward, sweet bourbon there. Yeah, followed by that lovely cacao bean, chocolatey vibe. Yeah, the malts. Oh yeah, so yeah guys, I think we will just have to dive in and see what we're going to get with this beer then. Cheers everybody. Yeah, that's a pretty smooth drinking stout. Definitely bourbon on the taste as well. It's quite mild actually. So that's interesting. It's quite a mild bourbon barrel aged bourbon. It's not harsh. Some bourbon barrel aged stouts, they tend to be pretty harsh on the palate. Due to that barrel aging, of course, that oak, that wood can be a little bit harsh sometimes. It's not boozy either, but of course you have an 8.5% bourbon there, so it's bourbon barrel stout. It's not a 12 or 13% there, so it's a little bit more moderate on the ABV. Let's go for another one right away. So for me, it's mostly about that bourbon, bit of chocolate. Yeah, that's basically what I'm getting mostly. Dark malts, chocolate and bourbon notes. A little bit of that sweet molasses thing. It's quite, I would say it's smooth drinking, but also a little bit on the thinner side. But that's not a surprise because you do have the bourbon in there, and of course bourbon barrel aged beers, they tend to be pretty pretty thin after a while, and this is a 2017 edition, so it has been here on this bottle for 3 years basically. So yeah, but it's a very smooth drinking, nice one. This one is packed with a lot of interesting. I took a little bit of a look at the little bit of information online, of course, and the malts they're using are English dark malts. They're using Mary's Otter, 2-row pale, roasted barley, and they're using some caramel malts and carafa malts. They also use Foggle hops, so that's very, very interesting. More kind of English hops, some English malts. And then the bourbon, and the bourbon is from bourbon barrels from Heaven Hill distillery, and I think also Woodford's. So very prominent American bourbon distillers. Let's go for a final sip then. So yeah, so mostly it's about the bourbon. Quite mild, a little bit thin-bodied, but good deal of bourbon, but still more on the milder side. Dark roasted malts, got chocolate in there, got that sweet bourbon note, a little bit of molasses there. All in all, a very drinkable beer. Surprisingly drinkable, but 8.5%. So, yeah, it's not a beer that would kind of rock my socks off. Not a beer that would make me dance around the room or jump up and down of excitement, but it's still a good, very well-made beer. So for me, I'm still gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's a very, very nice beer from a very respectable brewery. Firestone Walker, guys. Velvet Merkin 2017. Bourbon barrel-aged oatmeal stout from the US of A. Very nice. That was everything I had for today. Thumb me up if you liked the review. Thank you for watching.